do a simple demonstration on how to cleanse your skin. At the end of your day, if you've been wearing makeup, then your cleanse is to remove the makeup as well as debris, pollution that you've accumulated on your skin during the course of the day. I will also show you an early morning cleanse because it's very important that we clean our skin twice a day. The morning cleanse is to remove any traces of sweat, dead skin cells, dirt and dust that you may have picked up whilst you've been sleeping. And during the day, if you intend to put makeup on, you don't want to overstimulate the skin because if it's red, you're going to have to camouflage the redness with your makeup. Where we can really give our skin a nice treat is at the end of the day. But remember, the skin can only absorb so much. It's a sponge that can only absorb so much of the product that you're putting in. And a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that the more products that they put on their skin, the better their skin is going to be. That's not true. You need to use a minimal amount that's going to be absorbed into the skin comfortably to make the skin feel and look better. What's important is that when you're cleansing your skin, that you use the appropriate products for your skin type. A lot of people like to feel the feel of water on their skin. They don't feel clean unless they've splashed their face with water. That's fine. Use a product that you can splash off. Even if your skin is dry or dehydrated, you can always splash the face with cold water. It's quite refreshing and exhilarating. If you're cleansing your skin, it's recommended, by me obviously, that you use cotton wool. And if you're cleansing the skin, it's a good idea to use the cotton wool wet rather than dry. So just dampen down some cotton wool in some water or under a nice cold tap and wring them out nice and dry. You don't want them dripping wet, but wring them out nice and dry, and then you've got those ready to cleanse your skin with. You can use tissue, but you want to use cotton wool or tissue. Avoid using an exfoliating mitt or anything abrasive on the face. Now, there's several things that I want to explain about when you cleanse your skin. Firstly, every week you should give your skin a little pick-me-up, a deep cleanse, and this can be either an exfoliating scrub or a mask. You shouldn't really exfoliate your skin or use a mask more than once a week. And what's a good tip is 1 week exfoliate, another week use a mask. If you are using an exfoliant, choose an exfoliating product that's not too abrasive. Exfoliating products on the body, if they're quite abrasive, is great. Foot care, brilliant. One of the nicest things when you're on holiday is walking across a sandy beach and exfoliating your feet at the same time. But using an abrasive exfoliant on your skin will be quite damaging. I always use the analogy of an ice skating ring and the marks that an ice skating boot will leave on the ice. And that's what happens when you exfoliate your skin if you're not careful. There are some golden rules on exfoliating your skin. Number 1, you never exfoliate around the eye area. Number 2, you never exfoliate using just dry hands on a dry skin because that will scratch the skin. Always make sure the skin is wet. I will go through this a little later. And also, when you're using an exfoliant, make sure that you remove it all. If you do use products that are high in vitamin A, if you use retinol or any of these vitamin A based products, check first, or an alpha hydroxide toner. Always check first because these are exfoliants, so every time you use these products you will naturally be exfoliating your skin every day. Therefore, it's recommended that you don't necessarily use a manual exfoliant. There are some really good products on the market for skincare. Clarisonic is a new electrical aid which is brilliant for exfoliating and lifting the skin. There are other products available, but we're going to go through a very simple procedure that you can do anywhere. So we're going to do the cleanse, just a basic cleanse, and then I am going to introduce some extra deep cleansing treatments. So we've briefly spoke about exfoliation. If your skin is problematic and you've got a lot of breakouts, be very careful exfoliating the skin, because that could break the spots and cause some of the liquid that's contained inside the spot to spread across the skin, and it can make the skin worse. You certainly don't want to make the skin bleed, because that will leave it open for infection. If you're going to use a medicated range of products, and we've spoke earlier about synergizing, so using products from the same range, you wouldn't want to use medicated products indefinitely. Like any kind of medication, it's good when it's done in a controlled way. So perhaps using a medicated product for so many days of the week, or so many weeks of the month, depending on the type of products that you're using. And remember, if you do have an acneic skin and you are on medication for that, that is an internal exfoliant that has an effect on the skin as well. So be very careful not to use facial products that are too harsh. I have produced an advice sheet or a hot tip sheet on cleansing your skin, deep cleansing your skin, and giving yourself a mini facial, which you're very welcome to follow the link and download that information. If you're using a mask, the best time to use a mask is just before you get into the bath, so that you relax in a nice hot steamy bath for 5 or 10 minutes, so that the steam will gently open the pores of your skin, allowing the mask to really do its job. And if you buy a mask that's got a nice aroma, that will also have a very tranquil feel on your mind, so it treats your mind, body and soul. So we're going to start now with our cleanse, and as you can see, for the sake of this video, I'm wearing a full face of makeup. So we're going to go through the cleanse routine that you would follow at the end of your day to remove the makeup. When you're working around the eye area, always use a product that's suitable for the eye area. Some people prefer an eye makeup remover. Other people find that eye makeup removers can make the eyes quite watery. But you will find a product that suits you. If you wear waterproof mascara, which is what I'm currently wearing, I've also got waterproof eyeliner. So therefore I need a product that's going to penetrate the makeup without pulling and dragging my skin. I use a cold cream on my eyes because I find it's the best product to remove the makeup. I use a very simple bland cream called Nivea, and it removes all of the eye makeup in one go. So Nivea is brilliant. We use a different product on our eyes and lips. The two areas that you need to pay particular attention to separately to cleansing your skin of your face are your eyes and your mouth. The eyes and the mouth are mucous membranes, so therefore they produce liquid. And you need to make sure that you're not putting the liquid that comes from your eye area, your mouth, all over your face. So what I do is I take a small amount of product. Obviously I'm working on myself. These are my own home products, so therefore I don't need to use a spatula. If I was working on a client or somebody else, I would use a spatula. So I've got a small amount of Nivea. I like to use the back of my hand all the time as a palette, because my natural body temperature is warming the product, making the product more lubricant and easier to work with. If you're working around the eye area, remember the skin around the eye area is finer than the skin anywhere else on your face, and therefore it's vulnerable to fine line and wrinkles. So you can usually tell somebody's age by looking at their hands, their neck or around the eye area. The finger that's got the less pressure is the ring finger, and if you do a quick pressure test you'll see. Just press your thumb against each one of your fingers and you will find that it's the ring finger that's got the less pressure. So any work you're doing around the eye area, always use the ring finger, because it's going to be less harmful and dragging on the eyes. So my Nivea, my eye cream is nice and lubricant now, nice and soft and warm, And I'm going to start by applying it across the eye in very gentle circular movements, and this is so gentle it never stings or smarts the eye. And I'm just very gently loosening up all traces of mascara, eyeliner, ready to remove. And then taking the dampened cotton wool, very gently, I'm going to clean it off. Oops. It's brilliant as well if you do wear false eyelashes for getting your eyelash glue off. Many years ago I used to be a dancer and I used to have to wear a lot of stage makeup, and I found that cold cream like Nivea Pond's was very effective at removing the makeup. So there you can see that the eye makeup has been removed. You can use a tissue to make sure that there's no excess if you want to, but I like to sluice my face with a bit of water anyway. But now you can see that this eye is completely clear. So now I'm going to do the other eye. Again using my ring finger. Nice circular movements. Just take a few seconds, it's really relaxing. Taking a piece of cotton wool, just remove the excess makeup. Don't pull the eyes around too much. Remember, the ageing process will do it all for you, so you don't want to help it along. So just be very gentle around the eye area. And then turn your pad over using a clean bit of pad. And if you're wearing a lot of makeup, obviously use an extra pad. And that's the other eye done. So you can just wipe it over with a tissue if you want to, but you'll see the tissue's clean because the eye's clean. And now what we're going to do is we're going to work on the mouth area. Notice I've done the eyes first and then the mouth. Our mouth has got the most germs of all. So I won't want to be cleaning my mouth and then putting my hands around my eyes. So always do the eyes first, then the mouth. Just dampen cotton wool and remove your makeup. And then just remove any excess cream that you might have on the back of your hand. So now I've done the eyes and I've done the mouth. And I'm ready to do the face. So whichever cleansing product you're going to use, I've got a cleansing cream or cleansing lotion. Just get a small amount, spread it on your face, but remember to avoid the eye area because we've done the eyes already, and avoid the mouth. When I do a cleanse, I always include the neck, because during the day we're going to use perfume and our neck needs a little pick-me-up as well. Okay, so then just a very simple technique, using both hands, slide up the neck onto the jaw, really kneading it along. Always remember to get in the little crease. Top of the lip, round the nose, across the top of the nose, round the eyes, onto the forehead. For those of you that have seen my facial video, you'll know that I like to scissor the hairline. So scissor the hairline And then using your dampened cotton wool, work away from the centre of the face up. You can see it's removing the makeup. And it's interesting because if you work in the city or you work in quite a polluted area, or maybe you don't actually have to commute to areas where there's high pollution all the time, if you cleanse your face, after you've been into any of those areas, you'll be amazed at what comes off. Flick your pads over and reuse. Now if you do like the feel of soap and water on your face, or you do like the feel of water, there's nothing wrong with splashing your face. I can't lift it. Give it a nice feel of water on it, and then just tissue that off. You shouldn't have any makeup left to remove, because you would have already removed it. So your tissues should be clean. So now the face is clean and it's ready for the next step.